Anyways, oh, by the way, those letters that I sent, it gets interesting. We got a lot to get to today because it's Valentine's Day. So, anyways, my final relationship story. This is a really juicy one because this is one where I legit fell in love. And I know what you're thinking. Caroline, every single one of your relationship stories have been the same. There's a cute guy and you fall in love with him and it goes badly. Well, this is one where I did meet a guy and I fall in love with him and it ends badly. But it's different. I promise. So, what happened? So I was like just minding my own business, right? And this random guy comes up to me, but he's not a random guy. He's a very cute guy. And he goes, "Hey, I love your nose. Want to go out?" And I was like, well, that's kind of weird, but sure. And so that's where it all started. We went out. It was super fun. He was awesome, like beyond awesome. He was so cute. He was so nice. He was so perfect. He was so awesome. But he was kind of a bad boy. Like, he was a bad boy. But he was so cute. And he was nice. And amazing. And it was awesome. And then, basically, we went out like once, but it was getting difficult to see each other because, like, COVID, and then we couldn't really figure out ways to see each other. Nose. Yes, that was his pickup line. He said, "I love your nose." It was the first thing he ever said to me. He said, "Love your nose, want to go out?" And I said, "Sure." And I was like, I can't believe I just said that. Like, it was like, to me, it was the craziest thing I'd ever done in my life because I never do crazy things like that where I'm just like, yeah. But I was like in that mood of life. I'm not there anymore, but like this was a couple months ago, and a couple months ago I was in that mood where I was just like, let's do it. Okay. So yes. And then yeah. So but then we had a hard time seeing each other because, did your parents approve of him? Well, they don't know him, so nothing to approve, right? Well, here's the thing. We were having a difficult time. Oh, I feel so bad. I sound like a bad girl. No, I'm not a bad girl because okay. So, Caroline, this love story is different. Proceeds to tell the same thing that happens every time. I know. No, but it's different. It's different. I promise. It's different. Okay. And so then so we were having a really difficult time seeing each other because he didn't have a car and I don't know how to drive. So it was becoming kind of an issue. But is he the one holding you captive? No, he's not holding me captive. He's a very kind guy. He's a very good guy. And so I was very excited. And but it was really hard to talk to each other. But he was so nice. Like the one time we saw each other, he he took an Uber to my house and picked me up at the Uber and paid for the Uber. Isn't that so sweet? And he took an Uber to see me too. I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. He was so cute and so awesome. My whole room is pictures of you. You're lying. That's so not true. That's such a lie. Anyways, and so I was really excited. And I was like, this is great. But we still kept having a hard time seeing each other. And so then we started having long phone calls. And when I say long phone calls, I'm talking about like 3-hour long phone calls. And we talked about everything. And it was awesome. It felt like a real relationship. It was amazing. Like, it was totally amazing. And I was in love with him. And when I say in love with him, I mean love with him. I thought everything he did was so cool. And he gave me amazing tips. He taught me how to do stuff. He taught me how to hotwire a car, which is a very interesting set of traits that I didn't know that I would ever have in my life. And then we started Snapchatting, and we Snapchatted every day. It was glorious. It was absolutely glorious. And then I kind of started pulling back a little bit and doing like myself. I miss how you guys met. He just came up to me on the street and said, "I love your nose, want to go out?" And I said, "Sure." I wouldn't do that again though. Like now I know better. No pun intended, no pun intended. But like, if a random guy would come up to me on the street and like say, "I love your nose and want to go out," like I wouldn't say yes anymore now, because like I'm smart now and I'm grown now, so I wouldn't do that again. And so don't do that. Like, don't. If a random guy comes up to you and says, "Love your nose, want to go out," say no. Like, really though, say no. I mean it. I do. Yeah, because this one got me into trouble. This one got me into a lot of trouble. Yeah, I probably should have said no. I did fall in love with him, but I probably should have said no. Yeah. And so then we started Snapchatting all the time. And I was just like, here's the thing. I think I was just at a point of rebellion. Like I just felt like rebelling. And I just felt like I've never been with like a bad boy before. I've never really had a real relationship before. And I just really want to do it. Really much. And so then you stepped back, broke both your hearts. No, it's different. It's different. The ending's different. So I kind of started stepping back again. But then, unlike the other boys, he came back. He came back about 2 weeks later after I started stepping back, because I stepped back because I felt really bad, because I was like, this isn't good. You know what I mean? Like I feel really guilty and I shouldn't be doing this. But he came back and I was like, he came back. And so then we started talking again. And then we started talking about them. And then I stepped back again. So I was like, no. And then he came back again. And he came back. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so then we really started like dating. And it was super exciting and super fun and just completely awesome. And I was like, oh my gosh. This is amazing. And then I realized he was too bad for me, because he was doing bad things. And I was like, ooh, my heart wants him and my heart loves him. And I think he has a really good heart. And I think he's a really kind person and has a great edge. But my head just told me, like, you know what? You can't do this. You can't. He does bad things. And I know you love him. I know he's a good person. I know he's gorgeous and nice and amazing. But you can't do it. And so then I ended up moving. And so I used that as an excuse to cut it off. And he ended up moving as well. And we broke up. But I loved him. And I still have a very special place in my heart for him, because I think he's a really good person. You know what I mean? Like, he's a bad boy with a good heart. But he does do bad things that I don't approve of. And I never participated in the bad things. Oh, you need to pull back if he was a bad influence. Well, here's the thing. He never tempted me, and he never put the bad things on me. Was he Christian? That's important to me for my partner to share my faith. See, that's the problem. He wasn't. And I would like to have a Christian guy if I ever dated somebody, because I do think that's important for me to share my faith with somebody. And so, yeah, I never should have dated him. Like, to be honest, I never should have dated him. But he was just so gorgeous. And he liked me. And he was cute. And I was like, I'm young. When else am I going to have a chance to date a bad boy? So I did it, and I got it out of me, but I'm not going to do it again. And it was irresponsible, and it was a bad decision, and I'm sorry. Story over. Oh my gosh. I think this bear has nose hairs. That's weird.